So the State Department is now claiming that Donald Trump has ended 7 wars in 7 months. And they even put out this nice little graphic that gives us a list. We're going to go through each one and see how much truth there is, but I think the first thing that's worth pointing out is that noticeably absent from this list is the war in Ukraine and the war in Gaza. Two of the largest wars in the world today, and ones that Donald Trump made a campaign promise that he would end very quickly and has yet to do so. But now, starting off the list, we have Cambodia and Thailand. There was absolutely a hot conflict going on between the two, dozens were killed, and hundreds of thousands of people were displaced. It's also worth noting that the fighting began during Trump's administration, not that I think that Trump caused it, but I definitely remember wars happening on a president's watch was a criticism levied at the Biden administration, so just want to be consistent. But there has since been a ceasefire brokered between Cambodia and Thailand. The talks were held in Malaysia, and the United States was a part of that. So was China. I don't know if we'd say that China ended the war, but if that's how we're counting it, I guess that's one for Trump. Next, we have Kosovo and Serbia. This one is pretty straightforward. The two countries were not at war. Trump himself has even implicitly acknowledged that by saying that he stopped them from going to war. Even that claim I think is a little dubious, but regardless, I don't think we can count it as a war ended by Trump. Next, we have the Congo and Rwanda. There's been some very brutal fighting between the two, and both countries' foreign ministers did meet in DC to sign a peace deal, but in spite of that, it does appear that fighting has continued. So unfortunately, and I say that sincerely, I don't think we can count that as a war ended by Trump. Next, we have the fighting between Pakistan and India. Again, while I don't think it's Trump's fault, I do think it's worth noting that it began under Trump. And in terms of Donald Trump's role in ending it, the leader of India, Narendra Modi, has said that the United States did not play a significant role in mediating that truce. Next, we have Israel and Iran. This one is significant because not only did the fighting break out on Trump's watch, he also participated in the fighting. And the fighting even broke out in the midst of the United States and Iran negotiating the Iranian nuclear program, which has made Iran much more hesitant in re-entering those negotiations. I just cannot in good faith give Trump credit for ending that when he played such a pivotal role in the conflict itself. Next, we have Egypt and Ethiopia. This one is also very simple. The two countries are not at war. They have not been at war. Egypt is upset with Ethiopia because of the dam they've built that will impact the Nile. I am definitely worried that fighting could break out, but this is simply not a war that Trump has ended. And finally, we have Armenia and Azerbaijan. This one is finally more straightforward in a good direction. There is absolutely still contested territory between the two nations. They have not agreed to mutual borders. But he did bring the leadership together in Washington, D.C. If you look at the photo above, you can even see the nice little handshake he got the two of them to do. So I guess we can give that one to Trump, which means if we are being generous, we can count this as 2 or 3 out of 7. And very much keep in mind the larger wars in Ukraine and in Gaza have not only not ended under Donald Trump, but they have escalated.